Hello everybody and happy Monday. So today, you guys, it is already 12:47. We did not eat breakfast at all today. So I'm gonna just share with you, I pulled out a bunch of leftovers, what I set out for lunch. We actually have my mother and one of my aunts coming, so I'm not even sure when I'm gonna get dinner in. So that's what we're doing right now. So I'm just gonna show you this breakfast real quick, and then I'll share with you guys dinner when we get to making that tonight. Okay, it is already noon. We did not do breakfast today. Nobody was hungry. We have company on the way, so we're just gonna do a super fast, eat all the leftovers again. So we still have cranberry sauce, some corn and potatoes. We still have some biscuits and gravy, some pork chops, fish, a little bit of bread, green beans, and soup. So we have plenty to get good full bellies. All right, so they're gone. It's 4 o'clock. This is gonna be a very short video. My hair is a little bit wild today. It's gonna be a very short video because we're just not gonna do a big dinner tonight. I have this two packages of these I got out to defrost today. Just some pork shoulder country style ribs. And I got those for $5.18. And I got those on sale, and the other ones for $5.41. Then I got barbecue sauce that I got on sale. You guys saw that. I forget, it was under $1. I forget what I paid for it. I think it was like 89 cents or something like that. And I found downstairs a box of cornbread stuffing mix. So the stuffing mix and anything like that, I have very, very little left, and I'm enjoying every second of the last drop of this convenience type food because I'm not going to be buying it anymore. So I'm enjoying it. It makes life definitely easier, but definitely not better for you. So yeah, that's what we're gonna have. I'm gonna throw that together, and I'm gonna make a cheese sauce and some broccoli. That's it. That's how I'm gonna go with dinner tonight, keeping it so simple. I didn't have time to make bread. I had meant to make bread. I didn't think my mom and my aunt were coming until later in the day, and they said, surprise, we're on our way. And so I spent that time with them visiting, and that's just how it happened. I haven't seen my mom since before Christmas. Because we had a death in the family, and we had one of my aunts get very sick, and a lot of things going on inside of our family, so I haven't had a chance to see her. So I just wanted to visit, and that's what we did. All right, enough of that. I'm just gonna put this in the oven real quick, you guys. This is truly like the simplest dinner ever. Okay, so all I'm doing is just gonna take the pork, and it's actually still even a little bit frozen. Then I'm just gonna put on some salt and pepper. Also want to add some smoked paprika. Again, you guys hear me say that all the time. It's probably my favorite spice. I love the smoked paprika. It tastes very different than regular paprika. And normally we would eat this with a baked potato and some corn and a salad and some rolls. But that is not the case today. All right, and I'm gonna drizzle it with just a little bit of olive oil And then I'm gonna put these in the oven, and when they're almost done, I'll pull them out and add barbecue sauce. Okay, I forgot that we also had rice going because Ronnie wasn't feeling well today, so I made some rice because that's what she requested. So good thing about a rice cooker is it keeps it warm forever. So we have rice to go with dinner as well. And then also a couple things real quick. This is gonna of course be a very short video, but there were a couple questions that I got asked, and I know I haven't had time again to answer comments. I promise you read every single comment every day. I just don't always have time to respond, but I'm trying, and I promise that I will respond very soon. And some of them I try to answer just on my video. One, a couple of you have asked, and that is, do I keep a running list of what I need? So this sticks right on the side of my fridge or into my pantry, and this is a list. And it does have a running list of what I need and what I'm running out of. Also, another major question I've gotten asked by you guys is, what will I do different next month? Well, first of all, I don't regret anything about this month at all. I'm happy that I stocked up on our protein powders. I'm happy that I stocked up on Luke's juice, and I got that stuff on sale because there were a lot of things that I needed to use up. Now, this is not something that is bad. I am very happy, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, and there's nothing wrong with it. And a lot of things, like finding that I needed to use that instant potatoes because it's something I probably would just sit down there forever and I would have never got out. It's a wonderful thing, and I think to do this every so often and just try to eat what you have in your house is not a bad thing. I think it's a wonderful thing and a wonderful challenge. What are we finding hard so far this month? Is for sure the fresh produce is definitely the hardest for us. So I did decide to divvy out my month next month, and I kind of wrote it down that I would kind of split it up like this. So I figure next month I'm going to keep it about $40 a week and try and spend that as my meat allowance to get whatever meats that we need, whatever meats are on sale or I find on a clearance deal. And then about $40 in produce, because produce is expensive. And honestly, we would rather have all the produce than all the meats because we're still going to have some meats at our house. So that might change. That's just kind of where I was thinking. It could be that I need a little bit more on the meat and I got some really good deals on the produce, so I need a little bit less on the produce, just a roundabout, nothing set in stone. And then I figure $20 for the other stuff like milk and things like that, and then $25 a week or $100 a month for stock up type items. Now, some of the things I mostly want to stock up this coming month are honey, maple syrup, coconut oil, and avocado oil. Those are the main things, and I do want to get 4 of the garlic powder because that is not something that I enjoy being out of. I have lots of garlic salt, but I love the garlic powder as well. I have lots of minced garlic, so I have plenty of stuff to just use, but I like that as well. What I am not going to be buying, and part of being on an extremely tight budget, is things like stuffing mix. So even though that's the only, you can get that cheap, especially if you can get clearance deals on this and that, and you can get stuff cheap. That stuff I'm not going to spend my money on. And it's mostly really going to be shopping, I guess, the perimeters of the store. I am still plenty stocked up on flour and sugar and rice and oats and all of that. I don't need any of that stuff. I probably won't need much more of that at all for the year, I hope. But who knows? You never know. I might, but it'll be way down the road. So let me know if you guys think that I should split that up any different or what your opinion is. That's just my opinion on how I'm going to do it for next month. And then the other question I got is, when I run out of our meat that we have, our pig, which we're pretty much done with, we've run out of most of it, will I use our $500 a month budget to replenish that? Well, so here's kind of how that's going to go. We have our chickens will be by midsummer, we will be having our own chickens meat on the farm. So we will no longer buy chickens or chicken meat. I also am adding turkeys this year. So by August is when we will get our pigs. And I do have a friend that has a farm raise them for us. And we're gonna get 2 pigs this year. And that will be about $800 to $900. So I will probably 1 month of that grocery budget will go towards that. The rest, I don't know if I will take it out of another month and just kind of go a couple months without much stuff, or how I'll do it, because at that time you got to remember I'll have lots of produce coming in also here on the farm, and then I will have chickens and I will have all of that fresh pork. So I might not need to spend much at all at the store. We'll have to see what happens when that time comes. So that's questionable. What we are definitely questionable is the processing and butcher fees of our cow that is going to happen in December. And so when our cow goes in December, that we know is going to be more expensive. So we will figure that out and how we're going to go about that. We have not yet decided where we want to pull for that. And then we also, our beloved Belle, who is our dairy cow, she has been out visiting another farm so that she can come back pregnant. So October or November, she should give birth to a calf. When that happens, we will no longer buy dairy. We will have all of our own milk here on the farm as well. So next year, and we will have very little cost in actual groceries. And I know some will say, well, what about the offset of the cost of feed? Well, right now, as far as our chickens go, we are selling enough eggs that covers the cost of our feed. So the only cost that we have in chickens right now, raising for meat and for eggs, is the bedding that we put down for them. And that is very minimal, and that definitely, we cannot buy chickens or eggs for that price. So we're very happy with that. And if in the spring and summer when our chickens are laying a lot more eggs, then we will get that cost also taken off, and then we will be paying nothing at that time for that. As far as our cows go, right now, that we definitely are paying for. I don't feel like they're that expensive an animal to keep. Once you get the fencing and everything, they're an expense up front. But once Daisy has a baby, which the plan is for her to get pregnant this summer, once she has a baby and we are able to sell her calf once it's grown for meat, then that should offset the cost of raising Belle's calf that she's gonna have for our next meat, which means we should overall be getting that cost covered as well. This year I am adding turkeys to our farm, so that cost is minimal, and if we sell a few turkeys come November, then that's probably going to cover the cost of what we needed to do with the turkeys. And then next year the plan is we will add our own pigs to the farm, and we will no longer be having my friend raise them. We're just not ready to bite that off this year. This year we're kind of just staying in the birds and staying with the turkeys, because we're going to be adding milking and all of that to our list of things to do as well. So I hope maybe that answers some of your questions. So at the end of this year, we'll definitely have probably more costs going out than what's just in my $500 budget. However, our credit card debt should be gone at that point as well. And that will be feeding us for the next year. And then the cost that we have for groceries next year is not going to be $500 anymore, where that should come way down, and we should need very little from the store, hopefully. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, hopefully not much at all.
Yeah.
Okay,
September 121.
so this pork is ready for some barbecue sauce.
God, that looks good.
Well, thank you. And you got your baby Ray's, which is your favorite.
I'm gonna volunteer to be a taste tester tonight.
Because you love ribs.
I do.
Will you try the broccoli cheese? You're on camera.
Then I'm gonna be honest and say no, probably not, because broccoli and I just, we don't see eye to eye. say that Sweet Baby Ray's is really good barbecue sauce too. I do really like that. There's a lot of brands out there, I know, but that stuff is good.
That's all we're thrilled when you got it. All right, I'm gonna put this back in the oven just for a few minutes. So I have a question for you guys. We were looking at our boxes here. So again, another reason I'm so happy I'm doing this pantry challenge. This one was best if used by November 28, 22. I'm not worried about that. That's fine. Then you get the can of pears. This one is best if used by September 1st, 2021. What's your opinions on that? 2021. We're gonna open it up and see.
Give me that. I will take the challenge.
I mean, it smells fine.
Not that I want to eat everyone's pears on them, but I'll take a bite.
All right, let's see.
No, I'm just kidding. They're fine.
You're so rotten. So they're fine, so we're gonna eat them?
I'm rotten. The pears aren't rotten. I'm rotten.
Tell me what you guys would do, what you would think. Again, another wonderful reason why we're doing this challenge.
Honestly, I really think if we let this stuff go too much longer, it probably would have gotten rancid. Mm-hmm. And then it would have just been waste, so I'm happy.
So the other reason for doing this as well is to try and make room for all the things that we want to can and get the stuff canned. So a lot of the stuff that I have in my freezer, even like bags and bags of tomatoes, one, we prefer it that way, but two, I wanted to wait and can it until we had used up all the cans that we have downstairs, and we're not there yet, but we're very close, and then I will pull out that stuff and start canning it as well. So now let's finish up dinner real quick. Okay, so next is the cheese sauce for the broccoli. So again, I'm gonna turn this on. Only the large burner works on this part of my stove, so I have to use that. But to make the cheese sauce, I'm gonna add butter. Then this is the last of the Velveeta that we have, that we bought for the holidays. And I'm gonna add the rest of the milk that I already have open. That is the half milk and evaporated milk. I'm just gonna let this all kind of just melt together. Makes a really good cheese sauce. And then I like to add a little bit of the juice from a jalapeno, the pickled jalapenos. It gives it a little bit of a kick. And we'll just let this melt down. I know it seems like we are running out of everything, but we still have tons of food in our house. And that's kind of the point, is that we want to use it and run out of it. So that way we can start all over and start stocking up again with the things that we want to stock up with now, which is different than what we wanted to stock up with a few years ago. So some of this stuff, I mean, it's just been in our pantries forever. And you know, definitely going through our pantries, I've had prepper pantries or long storage pantries always. I don't remember ever not having them. And part of it is definitely going through what you have and also realizing what your family does and doesn't eat anymore. Like, I bought tons of canned fruit because at the time, Charles loved to go just grab a can of fruit and eat it. Ash loved to go grab a can of fruit and eat it. She was doing color guard and all these activities. And so they would go through cans of fruit like crazy. It was nothing for the kids to run down and grab a can of the little oranges or any of that. I gotta turn this down a little bit. So that's why I had all that stuff. Well, then COVID hit and we didn't so much do that anymore. Nobody really ran down to grab cans of fruit anymore because we just had fresh fruit in the house. And it just all got old. And so we need to just try to use all of that up. What I'm not worried about using up is like all of our beans and dried beans right now. But soon I will definitely be getting into that. I've been trying to use some of the other stuff up first. But definitely soon I'll have to start going through some of all these beans because we got a ton of beans down there too. All right, back to the food. The other thing about getting our freezers emptied right now too is Charles wants to work on our big freezer again before we start filling it completely up with meat again, and we have, you know, all of our freezers just full of meat. Okay, there is one final thing I'm gonna make, get you where you can see. In this back burner, I'm gonna set this on a medium, and we have some ice cream. Still, Charles tells me we got enough. Oops, I hit the wrong one. He tells me we got enough, so I'm hoping he's right. And I'm gonna make some hot fudge to go with the ice cream. So to make the hot fudge, I have a can of sweetened condensed milk. It's just a fast, easy hot fudge. To that, I'm going to add some chocolate chips. And about a half a stick of butter. And I'm just going to stir this up. I'm not trying to burn this at all. All right, and then that's it. This is hot fudge, ready to go. All right, so I had him bring out the ice cream so I could see, and that is definitely enough for everybody. That's enough. He said it's getting a little freezer burn. I don't see it. Oh, I guess maybe just a hair.
Yeah. It's been in there for a while.
Yeah, we've had it for a while. But it's time to use it up. And I'm trying to talk him into getting the Reese Pieces. So in his drawer upstairs, we keep 2 of those little boxes of Reese's Pieces just for special Sundays. And we also keep 2 little boxes of M&Ms. And that's for him for emergency peanut M&Ms supply. They're the little boxes you can get when they're on sale for like $1 a box. So I told him, you should bring that down. We can make some peanut butter syrup. So to make his peanut butter syrup, all you do, he used to work at Friendly's, an ice cream shop. All you do is you add a little peanut oil to peanut butter and it becomes the peanut butter syrup, and it goes great with hot fudge, a peanut butter syrup, then you sprinkle a little bit of the Reese's Pieces on top. And normally you would do whipped cream, but we don't have any whipped cream, so we are not using whipped cream. Although I think I might have powder, a packet of whipped cream, like a powdered one. Maybe, I don't know if I do or not. It seems like I vaguely remember buying that one day.
Is there such a thing?
Yes, there is actually. I need to go look and see. I don't know if I have it or not.
Well, I don't want to make a bunch of ice cream right before dinner because those ribs look really good.
I know.
Now I'm torn because I love the, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the ice cream.
You're not supposed to have a big bowl. You're just taste testing right now.
Well, it's a bigger taste.
Okay, the broccoli is boiling, so we're gonna give that just a minute and then we're gonna be ready for dinner. But he is going to try hot fudge sauce on his ice cream. So he can give you guys
Oh yeah, I'll be happy to.
a fair truth.
I'm not really sure there is a bad ice cream.
Ice cream is one of his favorite foods.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah, it thickens up really good on top of the ice cream. Sometimes when you pour it, it gets really runny and whatnot, but this stayed really good consistency.
All right, and then I'm just gonna pour the cheese sauce over top. All right, so here we go. This is dinner. Broccoli with the cheese sauce, stuffing, the little bit of stuff that Ash brought from work, the pears, rice, and the pork chops. And then for dessert, we are going to make the sundaes. I am overriding all decisions and deciding that I am doing that tonight for the children. So he has no say.
I'm still taste testing, don't mind me.
You can't just eat ice cream for dinner.
Oh, I won't.
He's going to taste test the ribs next.
But I'm not letting this melt either.
He's going to taste test the ribs next.
Let me just borrow that fork. There we go.
All right, so here goes Charles. He's going to test the pork, which is one of his favorites.
That's super tender.
Yeah, I cut it with a butter knife to get you your piece, so I mean, you should be good.
Oh, that is good.
This is a Charles approved meal, minus the broccoli. This is his kind of dinner. I figure he was due.
I know some people think I'm a picky eater, like you.
You are. It's a
But I
proven
gotta tell
fact.
you, this is really good.
We were supposed to smoke a pork today, a big pork roast, which I got out, but it's still frozen. I got it out days ago and it's still frozen. All right, try your stuffing, and then I'll make the sundae and show everybody how to make the sundae.
That's good.
Good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's cornbread stuffing, but
There you have it, folks. Next, I'll let them try the actual sundae I'll put together.
since we're doing this just for a test sundae, you can adjust quantities. I'm just going to put a little bit of just straight peanut butter.
Well, it's not a test sundae. It's just a show you sundae.
It's a show you sundae. It's not really a test.
We're going to
sundae.
eat dinner after this,
All right.
and then we'll make a bunch of them.
I'm going to put some of the peanut oil in this little measuring cup because you really don't need a lot. And the key here is not to overdo it, or you're going to find yourself adding more peanut butter as you go. So I'm just going to start with a tiny bit. I mean, literally, just a tiny bit. Combine that up really good. Still not the consistency I want, so I'm going to add just another drop. You can see it's getting a lot smoother, creamier. That's getting to the point where some people like it. For the purposes of these sundaes though, because it gets cold really fast, I'm going to add just a little bit more.
Yes, baby, hold on.
And now, yeah, I think that'll go on really nice.
Theo already ate his dinner, so that's why we're making just one sundae. It's
so
going to go to Theo.
We're going to make a Theo size one. Okay.
We don't need to do a taste test on this because he has been making us these sundaes, well, forever.
I have been. So I'm going to put in just a little bit of ice cream in the bottom to act as the core. And you can mix these up a little bit. I'm going to put the peanut butter here in the middle. Well, that won't melt your ice cream quite as bad. I'll need a little bit of fudge.
And you guys, this fudge it hits the ice cream and it does so good. Stays nice and thick.
Gotta remember I'm making one for a 4-year-old, not, well, a 55-year-old child. Good on the ice cream.
Ooh, what you doing?
I'm making Theo a sundae.
Ooh.
We're having sundaes after dinner. But he ate his chicken strips Ash brought him from work.
Ooh, okay.
He ate that all gone.
Oh, that's good.
And done with that.
We'll just set it over there for later. Everybody's gonna want one tonight, I'm sure. They will watch a movie.
And then
Reese pieces.
I would normally do a few.
Right behind you.
Oh, they're there.
Start all over.
Then I'm just going to basically put on some Reese's Pieces. And I would normally do some whipped cream and some additional Reese's Pieces on top, but since we don't have any spray whip, that will call it.
Oh, but you know what? I think I got Cool Whip in here.
You can see in here.
I
Oh, do you have Cool Whip?
I have
do
Cool
it.
Whip. We're using that tonight. Oh, how exciting.
All right, let me get a spoon.
This is way frozen though. I just pulled it out of the freezer.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll use it.
I don't think we can use it right now.
No, not for Theo's.
But not for Theo's, but for everybody else's tonight we can.
That's good.
Yay! So we will top it with this Cool Whip. How exciting that I found little treasure in our freezer.
And I'll give Theo a colorful spoon.
Perfect.
Thumbs up.
Okay, that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. We are gonna go enjoy our dinner and our desserts. And I'm gonna get this up for you guys, and then I think we're gonna watch a movie. The girls go back to school next weekend, so try and squeeze in some time together. And we will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Bye everybody. Have a great day or night, wherever you are.